Shipping, of course. Shipping and customs was pretty expensive. But like I said, you have to, if you really want something, you have to pay for it. And I really wanted this bike. So nothing beats electric. It's so great, so quiet. And I know a lot of people make fun of electric bikes. They're not real bikes, so forth and so on. But hey, it's two wheels. Oh, look, we're back where we came. And I can't turn onto this 47 here because that's a pretty fast road. I will have to go back the other way and find a new way to go. So there's plenty of roads you could try and ride down and find less high-speed roads. It's a bit of trial and error. I have ended up on roads that are like 50 miles an hour, and I'm like, whoops, and just turn around. It's hard to tell sometimes until you get on them what the speed is. Long light, long light. So I really recommend this bike to anyone who doesn't need to go fast and doesn't need to go super far. And if you need to go, quite a bit of distance, if you get the extra battery, then that's going to be the way to go. Because the extra battery will give you another, however far I get on this one, basically, probably give you the same thing. Give or take your speed and riding conditions and such. But yeah, if you live in the city, my gosh, this is a great bike. So much better than regular bike and a scooter. It looks so much more attractive than a scooter. I personally don't like the look of scooters. I have nothing against them. I personally don't like the look. I like the motorcycle look, style, feel when you're riding. It feels great. The scooter style with the feet on, you have the feet on those little, I don't know, floorboards, I guess. Just isn't something that I'm personally into. So if you're into the motorcycle style and you like electric, this is for you. This is one of the nicer looking bikes I've seen. Including the Zero, which I want to get next year. I think this bike is more attractive. The headlight being LED. I mean, everything about it's just so nice. I was meant to get out here earlier so I wasn't riding in the dark for this video, but unfortunately I had an issue with the camera, so I'm hoping it's working, and it took me longer to get out here than I thought. I did want to ride when the sun went down because it's so hot when the sun goes. When the sun's out, it's so hot. Obviously not when the sun goes down. What's the way I want to go? I think so. Back along these nice quiet roads. And I don't live here. I just, this is my second summer here, so I'm not familiar with the streets and But up in Pennsylvania where I live full time, it's most of the roads are 35-40 minimum with tons of hills. I'm talking like a lot, and they're steep, and if I could find a hill, I would show you how much it drastically reduces speed on a hill. But unfortunately, there's really no hills here, and that's why I brought it here, due to the no hill factor. But I also thought there was more roads that were less speed. A little stop sign. It's like a nice little S roads, like circles. So I'm sure my top speed is already down from 59. Car's backing out. Probably won't be able to see or hear me. Oh, it does see me. So I'm sure my top speed is down from 59. I'm down to 74% battery. Not sure if you can see. Again, this is my first test drive with this Garmin Verb Ultra 30 action camera. And I picked this up because it connects to Bluetooth. GoPros, not a fan, but also they don't connect to a Bluetooth recording device for audio. They connect to like your phone, but they don't connect to a lot of sand up here, so let's go a little slower. They don't connect to a Bluetooth headset, so you can talk and get your audio through. And that's a bummer. I mean, they make you have all this external microphones and packs. And I was not into that, so I purchased this one, and like I said, this is my test run on it. Hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm sure it's not the best audio, but it beats no audio like my other video. And this is just to go from 100 to 0 and see how far you can get on that, on a battery with 100 0. And my miles per hour have definitely altered throughout. I wasn't always going top speed, but I mostly go top speed, pretty close to it. So yeah, this bike trail would be nice to ride on, but you're not allowed to ride electric or any motorized bikes on there. It's against the law. So, trying to get back to another road that we can test full throttle on, but one that's not so crowded necessarily. To hold up the traffic. Trying to think what else I could talk about, or if I'm missing anything about the bike that people would want to know. Because like I said, there's like no videos on this bike. And I just went with it. I said, you know what? I like the look. I like the style, which is practically the same thing. But I like everything about it. And I knew its limitations with the 40 miles per hour. But honestly, it doesn't even go that, because that's like 65 kilometers an hour. And it only goes 59 kilometers an hour. like cheated me. Alright, so I don't know which way I want to go right now. If I want to go left or right. I think I'm going to go left. Yep, left it is. So, for the positives of the bike is lightweight. I'm only 5'3" and I can flat foot this bike, which is excellent. I like to be able to flat foot my bikes. It makes me feel more stable, more in control. But this is so lightweight that, like, if you couldn't flat foot it, it probably wouldn't be that big a deal. Okay, now I know this road. Okay, this is 40. And not a lot of people are on it, so I will test this one. Okay, so again, we're in sport, full throttle. And we are going back to the 5253. I'm down to 69% battery. And I've gone 19.5 kilometers. So not that far. And like I said, I need to learn the conversion because I don't even know how many miles that is. Everyone else uses metric. We in the United States have to be different, so we don't learn really the metric system too much. I mean, in like 4th or 5th grade we do, but you don't use it, you lose it. So I have no idea. So that's the other thing you have to take into consideration once the battery starts depleting down somewhat, that your speed is also, your top speed is going to go down. So you may have been at, close to 40 miles an hour, but now you're at, I don't even know how many miles per hour. Okay, so I'm going to turn right here. Now I know this road's pretty fast. I think it's like 50, but luckily I'm going to turn off of it. It says 40, but 40 coming up. I'm going to turn down this road. Now this road I know is fast, but it's usually like no cars on it. Which is a good thing because, yeah, the speed limit 50. I don't know if you can see that. And there's no way this could go 50 kilometers, but not 50 miles per hour. So I'd be like, oh, I thought I was going 50 miles an hour. Oh, no. Just 50 kilometers an hour. My bad. So I wanted to go max speed here. I'm at full throttle for a bit because I wanted to test the range. And like I said, no one really is on this road. Not ever, but at this time of night, probably. But it's down to 45. That's good to know. Oh, here's a car. Wonder if they're coming left or right, because if they're going right, I'm going to be holding them up. Oh, good, they're not. Let's see the car behind. Oh, good, they're not either. Oh, it smells like fall out here. People like burning leaves or roasting marshmallows or something. So my bike still says 22 degrees Celsius, and again, I don't know what that means, but I would assume it would have gotten a little cooler out here. I could be totally wrong on that, but... So this has standard scooter brakes as far as the right is the front and the left is the rear. So that's good for people who are coming from scooters. I personally like that. I mean, I've ridden other motorcycles, and it's the right is the front and has the foot for the rear, which, you know, I'm used to that too. But I actually like the two front you know, brake levers. Oh, speed limit 40, drop down. Okay, so I don't know what this road is coming up. Things when you don't really know where you're riding. But it's also fun. You get to see new sights and stuff. This would be good for me because my fingertips are numb from the wind. I have carpal tunnel. I know you can get carpal tunnel so young. But apparently you can. Oh, they're going to let me go? Whoop! Oh, was going to let me go and then said, no, forget you. Which is kind of rude. So, it's really nice out here tonight. Oh, it's a great night to ride. And I think it would be a good night to test this battery range because not a lot of cars out here. It's great. I'm not sure where this road goes, so I will probably have to turn around at some point because I'm sure it's going to lead to like a busy road. And that I cannot do. This bike is so fun to ride. So easy and fun. The brakes feel really good too. You just have to, you know, squeeze them very gently and they work excellent. I haven't had any issues with this bike at all. Okay, let's see where we're up here. $650. I don't even know what that is. So I will be going straight. Don't mind me at the 25 miles an hour here. That's but now because we're going somewhere else. I think these all lead to like really. Oh,